Today what we're going to do is we're going to board up the gable ends. It's a lot easier to do it now before we put the roof. So we'll close in that gable and close in the back gable. See how far we get today.
Okay. So how do you figure out the angle?
Oh, there's a couple ways we can do it. The level again. Level that out. And go behind and just measure. Describe the line. Okay. We'll take it over to the saw and see what the angle is. The angle that we're going to need. I'll verify it, but I think it's 22.5. And that's the pitch of the roof. So we'll see how the first cut. I'll mark the first cut and then we'll try it.
Okay.
We'll use the thin boards here, as many of the thin boards as we can. I mean, they're gonna be different thicknesses, but we'll try to use. That angle is pretty much what we need.
Okay, I see. So what you scribed on the back matches up to the 25 or 22.5?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, it should because that's the way we cut the rafters. Eh? The rafters were cut at that angle, so that should be the same. Perfect.
That looks good to me.
Yeah.
So now how many more of these do we got to do?
Oh, about 100.
Oh boy. I'll get lots of practice in cutting.
You'll get lots of practice. These boards are what you're going to see, right? Got out of whack in the building process.
Well, we're allowed 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah, it's about that. Okay, we'll cut that out. We'll get that first board started.
Yep. Can you lift up a bit? Here. I like that one, but
looks good.
I think it came out okay.
Looks good. Saves me trips up and down the ladder. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, we've got to notch it out for this here. And there's a couple ways you could do it. You could do it like that and add another piece up there, but I think it would look nicer if
One continuous piece.
yeah. So use the angle finder. You can use a straight edge. So where's the level?
I'll get it.
Get it level. Mark it there.
Okay.
Take your straight edge. Follow the angle here. Then we got this angle here. Like that. You got a line this way, you got a line this way. So what we'll do is we'll just put a temporary line here. We want it to hit this corner, but this isn't wide enough. So we'll put a temporary line there. And then what we'll do is we'll bring it and we'll line it up with that corner and try to get it as parallel as possible. And that gets you in the ballpark.
And you're going to use what for this to cut it?
I'll have to use a jigsaw. So we got to make sure too, we got to measure from this corner over to that, right?
Right.
So
So that's how deep it's got to go in. Okay.
yeah,
Do you have your tape measure?
I don't measure that. So we're looking at 1 3/8. So we'll go over 1 3/8, which is just about where we got it. Good was, that's the angle from there and there. That's the false angle we put in just so we can get it parallel. And that's 1 3/8. So we basically want to cut. And this is the, all right?
Part that gets removed. Okay. Go.
We're going to have to trim it, eh?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You can always take some off, but you can't put it back on.
Right.
So how much you got to trim it?
Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to trim this side here.
Yeah. The long side.
The long side.
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause you got such a nice
You got a nice notch in there, yeah.
notch in there. So what we'll do, we'll mark it. Okay.
Normally people would use a straight edge, but you have such a straight eye.
Yeah. What you do is you just put your thumb there and use your thumb as a guide. I mean, you wouldn't do that to cabinetry work, but for siding a shed, you're okay.
Well, it's unplugged because we use the jigsaw.
trim the bottom now.
Well, I'd say that's a...
Yeah, that's not bad. You could have had it tighter.
Oh, you're too fussy.
Angle finder here, we'll get her angle. And it's a little bit more difficult. You're going to have to come over. Have to come over and mark it here. And then you probably have to tweak it a bit, but that'll get you close. I'm just trying to save you some, because it's you got to keep. There's some angle finding pieces that you can get that go up in there.
So that one that you had for molding in the house, that won't work for this.
It might, but the problem is you got two angles here, and you know, and as it goes up, it changes. See how far it's changed when we slid it closer?
Right.
Because that's what I say, it'll get you closer, and it's a fiddly process. There's probably carpenters out there screaming at me right now. They know how to do that in one shot, but this, I sort of work my way to it.
Yep.
That's all I know how to do.
Well, it works.
We'll see. There you go. I'm going to come down a little bit farther on this one. So cover up these boards here. And you got a bunch of nails there. So. This is all going to be covered with, there's some spacers that got to go in here, and then there's going to be wide trim on it, so you won't see them. But that's a pretty good angle right there. But you sort of work your way into it. That's the way I do it. So we gotta notch it out here. So you go right here, and then you go like that, and it automatically gives you the width you need, and that gets you close again. But it should fit fairly snug. You might have to adjust this line here to get a tighter fit here. But that's the way I do it.
I don't want that responsibility. You cut it. So it's not quite 100%.
No, gets you close. Gets you close.
Just got to turn the bottom. Now I can do that.
So, I probably just found out what all carpenters in the world know. I was using the angle finder to get it close there, but this time I tried a bit different. So I measured from this corner to there. I used the angle finder to find this angle, but I just measured, so it was 3 inches from there to there. So I measured, put the angle in, and then we know it's 3.5 inches there. So I went down 3.5 inches and put the opposite angle in. And, that was a lot faster.
Nice tight fit too.
Yeah. got to put some fill in here. So, need some wider boards. And a little bit thicker boards. And then we're going to fill in these gaps here.
Okay.
You really should have a hat.
So what are you doing?
So what we're just doing is we're just filling in these gaps up here. Because when the roof goes on, if you don't put that here, like the roof will go like that.
Yeah.
And there'll be a 1-inch gap there. So what we're doing is just putting this in just to make sure there's no gap.
That's a funky board, that guy.
Oh, life with pellet boards.
Yes, this is true.